For me, Kaleo is like the best decision of my life, hands down.
I would say that this is probably the most foundational year that I've had for me as a person and for my faith.
It's this really interesting balance where you get to learn something really amazing about God, and then you get to go out into His creation and experience all the things that He's created for us to enjoy.
There's a huge variety of things that you do.
I absolutely loved climbing Mount Albert Edward. That was my first time hiking, and I just couldn't stop thinking about how I wanted to do that more.
One of the best trips was sailing. There was one night I remember that it was just like the sun was setting, and it was my first time having coffee, good coffee. That was one of my favorite moments, yeah.
You find new things that you never thought you'd actually do and you never thought you would like. Like, I love surfing. Never thought I would ever do it, but I'm like, okay, we're somewhere in the Maritimes, I can go surfing next year.
The community is really just powerful because we are all helping one another.
You don't find a place with a group of people so centered around helping you in your journey and coming around you and supporting you like you do here.
Just having that and being able to have a friendship with everybody in the program.
It really feels like your family. It's this place where you feel like your brothers and sisters in Christ.
One of the things that I've noticed about Kaleo students is that both when they're on the island in the middle of the program and then those that come to Briarcrest, they're deeply engaged in relationships with other people. It's a beautiful thing that I think is fostered by the leadership in the program.
The academics are structured in a modular style.
I think that was really cool. You're not juggling a whole bunch of classes at once. You can kind of focus all your attention on one class.
They bring in some of the best profs that are just so passionate about what they're teaching that you can't help but be passionate about it too.
There's a lot of group study. The community really studies together and helps each other out.
I really appreciated that our academics were credited too, because it's also going to continue on for what I want to do next.
Being surrounded by God's creation and learning about God's nature, it just goes together so well. This is such a unique, powerful setting, and I'm thankful for it.
To remove myself from my whole life before and kind of, in a sense, reinvent myself. Take a year to focus solely on God and my relationship with Him.
Kaleo has really solidified my calling that God has placed on my life.
They structure it in a way that is just so full and it's so meaningful so that you will grow.
At the heart of the Kaleo program is just this deep desire to see young people grow in their understanding of who Jesus is and grow in their own understanding of who they are, their identity in light of Jesus, and to become captivated by His kingdom and become people that learn to love and serve God and others. And it's such a privilege getting to see these young people grow.
Before this year, it was just kind of like I wanted to be a Christian, but the whole serving God and giving my life over to Him was not very appealing to me. I was just praying to God that I would become more submissive to whatever it is He has for me. And then while I was doing that, they called me up to pray in front of the church during this prayer night, and I was like, oh, okay, I see what you're doing.
We get to be a part of church ministry around the Cowichan Valley.
When we're at the church, we have the opportunity of working with the kids, working with the pastors, and working with the different people in the congregation.
The missions trip was probably my favorite part of the year. I was given many opportunities to step up and to lead.
You could sit in a classroom all you want and just get all this head knowledge, but it really needs to be put into practice. We would just get to put a lot of what we were learning in class right into action.
One of the unique ways in which Kaleo forms students intellectually and spiritually is that it gives them an opportunity to learn in intensive situations, to be challenged together in their community, and then it gives them the opportunity to actually live out the things they're learning in all sorts of interesting ways.
You get the leadership, academics, you get community, you get everything you can possibly imagine in 1 year.
You have an awesome foundation that you can build your whole life on.
You have this really tight-knit community that is pushing you in academics and in ministry settings, in your own personal challenges that you're working through.
Going through this program, I have this solid foundation for my faith that I don't feel like I had before. God has given me a vision for the rest of my life.
I think growing in my faith and getting to know Jesus better has just been an amazing experience. I wouldn't trade it for anything. Kaleo has just been the best experience of my life.